Hi, host Eric here. Talking with famous people. More about ENFPs and the relationship between ENFPs and ENTPs. Um, First of all, I said in that video yesterday, benefactor beneficiary. That's wrong. It's supervisor supervisee, which is different. What am I stuck on here? Yeah, there. Okay. And this notion of the tragedy of the ENFP. I wanted to go into this a little bit more. This is what I think is going on. I think both parties see the tragedy of the other type, but only ENFP naturally sees the tragedy of both. ENTP, therefore, is more tragic because we can't see our own tragedy as clearly as they can feel their own tragedy. And the reality is, the tragedy comes from the fact that everybody has their own tragedy, more or less. Okay, and I have this picture in my head, which is unusual for me to have a visual thing. But I envision a human placed in a world that's visualized by an external world around and an internal world is the same size. Okay, and it's sort of like two big bubbles floating together, with the one big bubble kind of inside the other big bubble, though. Okay, and those bubbles, which are all three-dimensional, are comprised of regions. Okay, and some of them are lit up and some of them are dark. Some of them are like clear and on, and some of them are faded down, way down, so that they're there, but you can't really see what's going on there. And I feel as though the most well lit areas for the ENTP, where all the important stuff happens for us, are dimly lit for them, and vice versa. But our seventh function stuff, FI for us, I think is more baffling than TI is for the ENFP. I think because the ENFP understands sort of intuitively how to use TI, I think the struggle for ENFP is to reconcile the respective values ascribed to empathetic stuff or sympathetic stuff or gut, I guess. And the struggle for the ENTP is what I just have struggle with. I don't even know what it is I'm talking about, right? I have a lot of difficulty. And I've noticed this on videos. Anytime it comes down to start talking about FI and its role in things, I go, and it's, I guess, I, I, I have no fucking idea. It's weird. It's a blind spot. But yeah, okay, so supervisor, supervisee. I think ENFP may be the key, actually, to ENTP's understanding things better. When I hang out with eccentric M, one thing that happens for sure is he makes me want to be more careful. And he makes me want to slow down. And he makes me want to figure out what's going on in his head a lot. It's really interesting. That's why I think he's supervisor and supervisee. Is this? He can see both tragedies. I can only see one thing. 5-minute video.